It's Jay. Welcome to Muscogee Radio, your weekly source for tribal and community news, interesting guests and discussions, plus a local events calendar.
Good morning. Welcome to Mvskoke Radio. Kind of a different voice again. Gary Fife has the day off today. He has a little eye appointment that he had to go to. So best wishes, Gary. And we told him that we would take care of the show today. And to be honest with you, this was actually a hard show to get put together. Me and him were scrambling for leads, scrambling for anybody just to talk to us. Or to give us a call back. I mean, we were going through everything, but luckily we got two departments here that are willing to talk to us. So thank goodness for them. So how's everybody's October going so far? For this little small part of the month, the beginning of the month, it's been pretty hectic for me. I mean, we got the Tulsa State Fair going on. We got a lot of things going on at the Muscogee Creek Nation. I mean, of course, with their exhibit going on at the fair. And we just have little things going on at Muscogee Media as well. But one other thing about it is, have y'all ever had any of those moments to where everything is just running late? And when I mean everything running late, I mean yourself included. The reason why I'm saying that is because I tell my guest today to be here at the radio station at a certain time, because I was going to get them prepared, get them ready for the show, and I'm the one that shows up late. I'm the one that shows up 10 minutes before our episode and before the broadcast. I mean, that's not good, but they understood. They know what it is. They know what's going on because I'm pretty sure they have done that too. But we have a pretty good show coming up for you. We have the 4th annual Education and Career Expo that's going to be coming up. The Education and Training Department is going to be holding that. We're going to be talking to Jessina McBee. She's a workforce development coordinator. I'll make sure I got that right. She's going to be talking to us about what's going on there. And then also the manager at Reintegration Program down there in Henrietta, Oklahoma, Tony Fish. He's going to be coming into the studio and also talking about what's going on with the reintegration program, what they have been doing, and what developments are coming along with them. First off, I was wanting to start off one of our friends who they have been on the show before, and they were asking. They go, we need more participants. We need more people to take a part in our little. It's kind of like survey, but more of a research. So I wanted to go ahead, just in case if I couldn't get this to them at the end of the show, I wanted to tell you all about it now. Right now, the University of Tulsa is conducting it's a novel research study, and it's to identify potential markers and risk for chronic pain in healthy, non-Hispanic, white, and Native American individuals. And what they want you to do is they want you to attend 2 laboratory sessions. These sessions last about 5 hours, in which they do physiological and behavioral reactions to different things, and they record those. And the study does not involve medication. And the cool thing about it is you get paid to do this. So, and of course, if y'all need to talk to anybody that was one of the people that was a part of the research, you can talk to me. I was one of their quote unquote guinea pigs. So, but overall, I mean, it was fun. It was what I wanted to do it for was to help out Native Americans, all American Indians, because I mean the study is about the chronic pain that goes on with our race, and a lot of how the research began is how they do a lot of things on. They had a lot of them on. Whites and African Americans, but never anything on Native Americans. So they wanted to do the study on that, and I felt that it was going to be a big help in some way to do that. And so I I told them if I could pass that little I guess their qualifications that I would be able to do it. And luckily I was eligible, and they put me through a series of tests, like 2 days worth, and like I said, to get paid for it. But in the end, it helps out. It helps out the American Indian race. This study is helping them out. So, I mean, I know, like I said, I mentioned this at an earlier part instead of at the end, but I just wanted to make sure I get this out there. If you do want to call them, and if you're interested in participating, please contact the University of Tulsa, their psychophysiology research laboratory. It's at 918-631-2175 or 918-631-3565. Okay, I can take a little deep breath right there, and we're going to go ahead and get started into our broadcast for this Wednesday, October 5th, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to go ahead and talk with Jessina McBee. Jessina, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Well, Jessina, you got a little, got another expo coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about that, please?
This year will be our 4th annual Education and Career Expo. Our theme for this year is Connections to Your Future. With it being our 4th annual, each year the participation level does rise. Last year I think they had close to maybe 500 youth come for the morning session, which the morning session is geared toward our JOM programs. For the vendors, they kind of offer them advice on what to choose as a career. We have colleges there that set up. We have employers there, people from health, Muscogee Nation Youth Services. You'll follow Dawn will be there this year, just to kind of give them an aspect of what to choose when they get older.
What made y'all want to start something like this? With having this Education and Career Expo. What made y'all want to get this going?
As far as I know, the morning session, the career, which is for the JOM programs, they've been doing that for a while. I know they used to have it at OSUIT, and it was maybe called Career Day, and then they added on. The the afternoon session, the job seeker session.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what department do you work in?
Employment and training.
Okay, what all do you do besides, I mean, I know Education and Career Expo is one of them, but what else do y'all do in your department?
We have classroom training assistants. It's where we help you go back to school, or help pay for going back to school, whether it's full-time or part-time. That is an income-based program. It's at the VOTEC schools and OSUIT and College of the Muscogee Nation. We have our youth services department. We have the career readiness program. In the career readiness, we help with resume development. We'll have workshops coming up, such as computer basic training. We'll have CPR classes coming up. We'll do interview skill building, job search assistance. We have a broad range. There's
quite a bit of people that come through ask for these services? Or?
Yes.
If you could give me maybe like a number, like how many do come through, and it can be an approximate number.
I would say, per day, I would say for career readiness, I would say at least maybe 7 to 10. For classroom training, they get new clients every day. Whether it's short term, most of the time if it's a new client every day, it's short term because they take like CNA, CMA. For full-time classroom training, they have new clients every semester that come on the program. So every semester for full-time classroom training, which is $120 every 2 weeks, they can have about 100 plus clients per semester.
Wow. So with back to the Education Career Expo, is which each year, is it like getting bigger and bigger? Are there more people that are coming to this event? I mean,
yes, especially for the morning session for our youth. With it being more in a central location now, I believe more schools are able to bring their youth.
Now, you're saying that a couple of colleges that come up in they bring a booth or they have a booth and everything set up. What colleges are you expecting this year?
This year we'll have College of the Muscogee Nation. We'll have Paul Mitchell, Oklahoma Wesleyan University, OSUIT, OU, OSU, and we're still getting registrations coming in. So, and then we have OSU Center for Health Sciences.
Now, Paul Mitchell, those are those one with those mannequin heads, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I kind of like stay away from that area. I know they're doing it for, just to recruit and everything, but those always gave me the creeps. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, they do scare me. But don't let it scare y'all. That's just me. How like now, we talked about the morning, with having them having all the kids like from the different schools there. What about the afternoon? What goes on in the afternoon?
In the afternoon session is a job seeker session, but of course we'll have colleges and other resource tables available. But a majority of the vendors will be agencies that are either taking applications or hiring, and that's vendors or businesses all the way across through our jurisdiction. Say One Fire will have Express Personnel plus many other hiring agencies.
Have you came across anybody that like mainly because of that being there, do they hire them on the spot or anything like that? I mean, are they do they need to be prepared? Like what I'm trying to say is like, do the people need to be prepared, like bring their resume in or for something like this, for an expo like this?
Yes, we do, and then we also offer resume assistance there in employment and training. So if anybody's needing their resume developed, they can come visit our office. We'll help them.
Is I guess with is with the unemployment rate, do you feel that with having these education and career expos, is it like I'm not saying it's like, I mean, helping it extremely, but do you think it's making a dent in helping out with that unemployment rate? Is it making it lower or?
I believe it is, even if it's just 2 or 3 people that come in and get unemployment, by word of mouth. They can say, well, I went to this event and I got hired. And even if it was just one person, I believe with us reaching out to one person, it still makes some type of dent.
Mm-hmm. With, I guess I remember last year it was pretty packed. With the Margaritaville, and that's coming up, and that Flying Tea. Are they, I guess businesses like that, are they still coming down to?
Yeah. And actually, yes, there'll be one of the vendors that'll be there.
All right.
Yes.
How many do they have an estimate on like how many are they trying to hire, or they wanting to say are they looking to hire that day?
There will be on-the-spot interviews. We let the vendors know that we'll have a couple of tables there or areas set it to the side to where if they need to do on-the-spot interviews, they'll have those amenities.
Mm-hmm. Now, with let's go back to the morning part. That's with the youth. What ages are going to be up there at this event?
It's grades 9th through 12th.
9th through 12th.
Mm-hmm.
What about? Do you have what schools are going to be there, or how many schools are going to be there?
For the schools, it's all schools within our jurisdiction that are it's our JOM program.
That's the JOM program. Okay. Let's see. I know we always have a booth set up, and I mean a lot of them do come. I guess when they see the cameras, when they see the Native News Today show, and they see our paper. I mean, a lot of them do get interested. Are there some do they come to you and do they tell you what, I guess some of the things that piques their interest the most? I mean, I know we hear a lot, a lot of people that want to be photojournalists, multimedia journalists, but are there any other areas of employment that these kids are willing to look into?
I hear a lot of them saying nursing, and we always talk about OSUIT, and then maybe if they wanted to look at more hands-on, looking at our VOTEC centers because they offer more hands-on. But I would say nursing, allied health. Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean, yeah, we all need them. I mean, as much as possible. I mean, that's. I know it's with I guess how would you say, that's a 24/7 job. I mean, there's always hours even though it's like a shift differential. I mean, they're always having to work. So it's a great thing to be into. With some of the people like on the afternoon session, if they can't make it that day, do they still have an opportunity to maybe send in their resume or talk to anybody that was at the expo that day, any of the jobs, any of the employments?
Yes, they will. We'll have access to those vendors within employment and training. If they're needing a resume emailed to them for them, we can make sure they get connected to them.
Perfect. Jessina, could you please tell the number who they would like if they would need more information on this?
For more information, you can contact me at 918-732-7780, or if you're wanting to register as a vendor, you can contact Jessica Lowe at 918-732-7692. Perfect.
Jessina, thank you very much for wanting to come on here today at such short notice, and thank you very much for getting this event out there. Where's this going to be held at again?
At the Muscogee Dome here in Okmulgee. Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Well, I will let Jessina go ahead and get out of here. If there's any changes or anything like that, please feel free to give me a call. We can make an announcement again. So thank you again, Jessina. So, we're going to have reintegration come in here in a little bit, and we're going to be waiting on them patiently. I would go to a break, but my technical producer here is I needed him to take a little break himself, so I'm just going to keep on talking to y'all. Let's see. One of the things that's going on right now, of course, we have the Tulsa State Fair. It started from September 29th, and it goes on to October 9th, which happens to be my daughter's birthday, and she's reminded me that she turns 13 years old. And that's making me sad. That's making me nervous. And but it's going to be a fun time for her. But of course, back to what I was originally saying. The Tulsa State Fair has a lot of things going on. Of course, all the kids are enjoying the rides. All the kids are, just getting a fun-filled time with the food, with the rides, with all the exhibits that's going on in the River Spirit Expo Center. Please go and check it out. You got until October 9th to, get a glimpse of what's all going on and what happens to be the big thing in Tulsa, probably the first last week in September and the first week in October every year. So, but my producer came back in, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back with the reintegration program, so please stay tuned.
I started doing it when I was 11. I wanted to be just like my big brother. And some of my friends were already doing it. We got hooked fast. I just can't get enough. I'm Jacob, and I'm addicted to playing the drums.
There's lots of stuff that makes it cool to be Native. Doing meth isn't one of them. Find something better to do. Check out ncai.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America and the National Congress of American Indians.
One Fire Casino in Okmulgee offers Ladies' Day every Monday with $5 match play, VIP days for seniors on Tuesdays, lunchtime match plays on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and several other great drawings and prizes throughout the weekend. Don't forget to take advantage of spinning the wheel on Sundays to win up to $5,000 cash. Be sure to check out the daily meal specials at Council Oak Cafe. There are exciting monthly giveaways with extravagant prizes. Come and play at One Fire Casino, where it really is okay to play with fire.
Welcome back to Mvskoke Radio. Again, Darren DeLaune here, filling in for our host, Gary Fife. He is out at an eye appointment today, so best wishes. Hope everything's okay, Gary. Other than that, our next group, or our next segment, is the Muscogee Creek Nation Reintegration Program, and I'm going to be speaking with the manager, Tony Fish, and also the youth specialist, Ashley Bruner. How you doing today, Tony?
Doing good, Darren. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Tony, the reintegration has been around for a little bit, but a lot of people, I'm not going to say they know what it is, but they still don't understand what it is. Could you please give us a little summary of what the reintegration program is?
Sure. We are a program that helps people coming out of prison and jail make the transition back into society. So we look at public safety first and foremost. We understand that it's better for us to provide services so they do not go back and reoffend and become positive and productive citizens. So we do that through an array of services, including life-sustaining needs, clothing, housing, food, and medical. Once those needs are taken care of, we look at long-range goals. And that could be job placement, it could be training, it could be, any number of different things. We also have driver's license reinstatement that we do for those that's lost their driver's license. We have advocacy, legal advocacy to help set up repayment plans, fines and fees. Maybe they have child support issues, different things like that. So we try to look at all aspects and remove all barriers that our citizens have when they're trying to get back up on their feet.
I remember whenever I visited with you, we were talking about how whenever you're in like the early stages of the reintegration program, and when I mean early stages, we're talking about, what did we say? We had just had a couple pens and a couple pads of paper and a few chairs. Now the reintegration program has pretty much it's grown to be. It's pretty big right now. Now I know the transitional facility. That's one of the big things that's going on right now. And I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, there was one of your workers was at I guess there's a correctional facility in Boley, and she was like doing it was a graduation that day, but it was also like, I guess, a class that y'all offered. And it was one of the good things, I guess it's for the offenders that they weren't out just yet, but they were going to be out pretty soon or something like that. Could you go into a little detail on what they were doing and what and if y'all still do it or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. We feel that, while they're incarcerated, that if we can go in there and we can, number one, we got to change the mindset and the way we think about things. And we do that cognitive behavior therapy with them. And there's no better place to do it than, do it while they're incarcerated. So we teach a couple of classes. One of them is Thinking for a Change, which basically you are learning how to think in a different mindset and a different, try to put yourself in other people's shoes and how would you make decisions based on that. And then we also do a class called Victims Impact. Mm-hmm. And what Victims Impact is about is, number one, understanding that, there may be many victims out there, not just the person that the crime was perpetrated against. And then it's also a form of, of healing to making amends for the mistakes that, that you made.
As I know, whenever we went to that facility, that was in Boley. Are there any other facilities that y'all are going to right now that y'all offer these classes?
We currently are only in Boley at the present time, but we have been to Jess Dunn and also Eddie Warrior and put on classes there also.
Now, where are those two located at?
Those facilities are located near Muscogee, a small town called Taft.
Okay. And what has the turnout been with that? When I know what you see on TV and everything. You'll see a lot of maybe offenders that just don't care. Of course that's just TV. But how are whenever y'all offer these classes to them, how are they taken to the classes? How are the offenders taken?
They're really receptive to the classes that we offer, and they're really receptive to the program. The difference is nobody is made to come through our program. Mm-hmm. So it's voluntary only. They want to be there. They want to take part, and they want to create a better life for themselves. So, they take the opportunity given to them. It's a second chance, and they can go and rewrite some of the wrongs that they've did.
Mm. Well, back to, like the beginnings of reintegration, how did reintegration come about? What was the thought of that, to make this happen?
Well, it was developed in 2004 by the work of the late Second Chief Alfred Berryhill and the late Representative Keeper Johnson. And, and there were other people involved too. And basically we were seeing people were falling through the cracks. You can be denied employment based on a felony conviction. You could be denied housing based on a felony conviction, and that was even within our own structure. So we thought, we have to, not let our citizens fall through the cracks. It's a mindset of who we are as Native people. We think holistically. We look at the whole picture. We are communal in nature. So, we want to take care of each other, and that's how our culture is. So with that being said, we started developing the reintegration program. I started in 2005 when the office was, established. We had about 30 or so letters from people that had heard about it from the media, saw it in the tribal newspaper, and were, getting ready to be released. So we just hit the ground running. There was nothing to go off of. This is something that, we were the very first tribal nation to have a reintegration program in the United States. There was nothing to luck off of. So this is, through the hard work and effort of the staff and everybody involved, we were able to, not only get the program off the ground, but, it thrived, and we've done really well for ourselves.
That's amazing to hear. And also, the other things that we've heard too is like, because y'all were one of the first, if not the first, like you just said, y'all's been a model for other programs as well. Y'all, the other programs have pretty much based off what y'all have been doing. And it's a great thing to hear about that, because they're playing what the Muscogee Creek Nation Reintegration Program has done. Are there like any, other programs now that are that have been telling you that, giving you good positive things, from y'all being the model? Have you heard anything from any other?
Darren, we hear lots of of different places. We get calls from all over the United States, and especially from other tribes who want to, basically do just a portion of the things that we do. Sometimes we sit back and maybe we get complacent just a little bit in all the services that we provide, and they just want to be able to provide one or two of those services. So what we do is, we've gone to several different places, and we've put on trainings, and we've even our model is even so well versed that Department of Justice uses that model for grant funding that comes down from them. We've been fortunate since 2010. We have received close to $10 million in grant money just from Department of Justice and a few other Department of Labor and the Park Services.
Wow, that's amazing.
For the work. So yeah, it's a very good deal. I know that you don't. The thing is the wheel's already been created. Just take it and make it your own. Mm-hmm. And you got to just have the philosophy and the mindset. Think how our ancestors did things, and people say this is cutting edge. That this is you're at the cutting edge of things. Well, really, it's things that Muscogee Creek Nation has been doing for hundreds of years. It's just our culture that we're applying into a new approach.
Great words to hear. We're talking with Tony Fish from the Muscogee Creek Nation Reintegration Program, also with Ashley Brenner. Ashley, I was wanting to ask, I know you're saying you're a youth specialist. I know a lot of, whenever they think of offenders, they think of, anybody 18 and up, adults, and unfortunately there are some offenders that happen to be youth. What does the reintegration program, how do they help out with, the youth offenders?
Some of the services that we do offer through the Reintegration Youth Program, we offer mentoring to our clients, as well as guidance and some education resources, and we also have community outreach for them, and we also do jail visits and jail speak outs, and so those are just some of the things that we do offer to our clients that are coming through our program.
About how many, I know it's like probably a number just to rattle off your head, but if you could give me like an approximate, how many, youth go through y'all's program, maybe 10 day or month or anything like that?
Um,
If you don't know the number, it's okay.
Through the month, there has been 5 within the past month.
5.
So that's actually quite a bit for.
Do you? I mean,
For youth.
at one time, do you? Was that number bigger, or does it stay around around the 5, or has it been like, say, for instance, 10?
It varies throughout the year. You just you never know what can happen or what you're going to get into. So the number just varies.
Okay, but I mean, in a way, I mean, I guess that, I mean, I'm saying it's probably a positive thing. Even you're saying it's varying, like maybe from 1 you had 6, then the next one you had 5, then and unfortunately sometimes it might go back up. But I mean, it's a great thing knowing that, especially because our youth are knowing more about the reintegration program does offer something for the
Definitely.
youth. Yeah. And both of y'all can answer this one. I mean, I've done numerous stories on the reintegration program, and one of them that I happen to bring up, well, there's a couple of them I want to bring up, was the store that we y'all have. And could you tell our audience a little bit about that store and what it's used for? I mean, any one of y'all can answer.
Sure. The store was a concept where, we had a lot of different people approach us and say, hey, can you guys use these? I got these suits. I'm no longer going to wear them. Or, we had a yard sale. This was what's left over. We just, can some of your clients use that? Well, we needed a place to put, and I needed a place to store. We needed some sort of an organization to do that. So what we done is, we rented a small space and got some clothing racks, and then through a grant that we had written, we have a worker down there who goes and separates the clothing according to size and according to gender, and cleans up the donated items and puts them on the shelves and on the racks. And it's open to anybody. There's no cost to coming down there. If you're in need, you're in need. If it doesn't matter, if you're Creek, Cherokee, or non-native, a store's open to the community. It's a community outreach.
Now, that store is located in Henrietta as well, is that right?
Yes, it is. It's located on 1st Street, and we have somebody there from 9 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday.
Now, like I said, whenever I got there, it was like in its early stages, like always. And, I saw the clothes, I saw the donated items, and I thought, wow, these are some amazing people to be able to do that. And I think if you and I, if I wasn't mistaken, it might have been one of your workers, Joe Hicks. He was telling me that a family from, I think around, I'm going to say closer to Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken, they heard about this place, and they're saying they're needing some clothes and everything. And of course, they remained anonymous. I mean, that was one thing about that. That's what Joe was telling me. And they came down there, and I guess he told me that they expressed nothing but thanks to him just for having that store, because I guess they were going to be coming in pretty late. It was going to be after hours for everybody, and it was I think around 6 or 7. But somebody was there. Somebody was able to help them, and they were able to. I'm going to say, like, slowly get back on their feet. And, I mean, even if it's just, like, mentally, it's working towards that way.
Well, Darren, one thing about the reintegration program, we don't see it as just a job. It's a passion for people, and we're there to help people, and you can't put a time limit on people. You got to, just adapt and overcome, and, sometimes rearrange your schedule. And I have such a great staff of people that's never ever been a problem, staying open late, coming in early, coming down on a Saturday and opening it up for an hour so they can, pick out some things.
Yeah. One thing with the reintegration program we had last year, was it last year? It was a time capsule.
Yes, we did. It was our 10-year anniversary, actually. And so what we done is we made a time capsule, and then we put different things into that time capsule. We put some some jump drives in there, some of the intakes and different things that we've done, some of the forms that we have, a newspaper, some pictures, and and our goal is to, on our 20th anniversaries, to dig that up and open it up, and then just kind of go back and reminisce about where we were at, but also where we've gone and where we're going.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna think, like, will there be something with the 80s, we had to worry about floppy disk.
Right.
And like the old Macintosh computer, and now we got jump drives and smartphones. And I wonder what 20 years is going to be bringing. I mean,
Exactly. That would probably, our devices, then they probably won't even be able to recognize a jump drive.
they'll be looking like, what is this?
Yeah, right.
Look like a bug. So, but Ashley, when you're talking about mentoring, do you do the mentoring yourself, buddy?
Yes, and I actually have a partner that's beside me. We have a youth advocate that I involve as well in the mentoring.
With these, with the youth that you talk to, is there maybe one, like I guess they told you their story, or is there one that just stands out, like whenever you're mentoring to them, or that just stands out? And if one that does, could you tell us about it?
I like to keep, just because they are underage, I do like to keep that anonymous. But they are all a blessing that come through the program. They each have their own story, and I just like to let them know to just always be themselves, no matter where they go, no matter what they do in life, just to always remain themselves and be themselves. And so each of them are a blessing, and each of their story is a blessing, and so it's always great to hear their story.
With like a lot of stories, especially with the youth, we hear a lot of things like the reason why they got into trouble was mainly, it's peer pressure. That's like a big thing now. That was a big thing when we were kids, and I'm pretty sure it's still a big thing now. How do y'all mainly help them with that? And I wish some of them were listening today, but I hope they're in school right now. So, but how do y'all handle like situations like that with peer pressure?
Well, Darren, I have a story that may be able to address that just a little bit. This was several years ago. We got a call from one of the principals at the school. He had a young man who basically was acting out and causing a disruption to his school. He wanted to know if we could come up and talk to him. So we took the time, we went up there and we talked to him, and we finally got down to the root cause of what was going on. And the root cause was he was being picked on for the shoes that he had on. He didn't have a very good pair of shoes. So we went out and bought him a new pair of shoes, fixed him up, and no longer did they have that avenue to pick on him about. His grades actually increased. He got involved in sports, and it turned him around, just one little simple thing.
And it's amazing how that one little simple thing does that. Not with just kids, but with adults too. And I'm not talking about just like with shoes. I'm talking about with haircut, with something like that. It's just something that has been taken away from you for a little bit, and it's just, when you get it back, it just raises your self-esteem up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and like I said, it's a great thing to hear about what y'all are doing. And it's just like little stories like that. That just keep. I know it would help me. It would keep me moving forward, keep me going, looking forward to that next day. Who can I help today?
We there's another time here not too long ago. We had a young person who come into the office. And, they were going through the program, but they were also having some issues on, different areas. And we brought that person in there, and I talked to him. And I was pretty, I wouldn't say I was hard, but I was pretty strict. And when it was all said and done, I asked her, I said, do you have anything you want to say? She says, thank you. And, that just melted me right there, because she needed that, and she needed somebody to care. And, she was pushing those, that person was pushing those envelopes, and pushing those barriers.
Exactly. So. Wow. I would like to keep on that story, but I know we got a couple of other things to talk about, and one of the main things that I want to bring up is it's very, very. I can't find the word. I know it's just a great thing. It's a transitional facility. That started last year, or if I'm not mistaken, 2 years ago.
It actually started. Construction started about November of last year.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about this transitional facility, why y'all think y'all needed it, and what's going to be the positives about it.
So one of the things we've done is we went out to the communities and we reached out to them, and we talked. We done surveys. We done over 500 surveys, and we asked, what would be the type of facility that Creek Nation would need. And with our program, and we were the ones out doing the survey, it kept coming back that it would be nice to have a place for our citizens to go to, so we don't have to rent out apartments, or we don't have to rent out motels and so forth. So what we've done is, through the planning, we come up with a 36-bed transitional living facility, and it's going to be for men and women. And then we also, due to the growth of the programs, we've outgrown our space. So we needed a new administration building to go along with that. So what we've done is we've, got with we wrote a grant from the Department of Justice and received $3.78 million for the construction of the transitional living facility. The new administration building and the building we're in now will be turned into a vocational training center. So that way we can provide, some sustainability for our clients. We can teach them a trade that they can no longer have to rely upon, other people's services and so forth. They can go out, and it'll be, offender friendly. They can go out and earn a living for their families, and basically, do the things that we do.
With, I guess, the people that are going to be transitioning, as what we would say, how long will they be there? I guess, is it like a case-by-case basis? Will they be staying there a certain amount of time, like say, for instance, a month, 2 months, 3 months? Does it just go case-by-case?
It'll be a case-by-case basis. For instance, if we have one of our elders that, that gets out of incarceration, you may not be able to put them back into the workforce. It may be they may go on disability or something like that. So their stay may be shorter than somebody that is going through working a vocational training program that's 9 months long, or it could be 12 months long. It'll be developed on their pace.
Wow, I'm excited for it. I really am. When do you? Because I told everybody, I said I plan on writing this story. As soon as the opening happens, I want to be there, and I'm gonna be in front taking the pictures and everything. But back to that, like, when do you plan on? I guess when is it going to be in use?
Well, we're scheduled to move into the administration building before Christmas, and then we're looking at the whole complex, reintegration complex, to be completed by mid-March. So sometime in the spring, we're going to have a ribbon-cutting ceremony and invite everybody down to see what we've done down there.
And I mean, from like when you see it, like when you're driving by I-40, going to Okemah or going to Chakotay, I mean, you can see it clearly right there that it's like moving along, it's progressing. It's going to be a great thing that's going to be happening along with everything else that y'all been doing. So, well, we got a few more minutes, and I just want to, first off, I want to thank y'all for being on here, but I also wanted to, is there anything that y'all want to, add on to what we've been talking about today?
Sure. We're getting into the fall, and of course Christmas is coming on, and we do an annual toy drive every year. So right now we're gearing up for our annual toy drive, and we have a couple of events coming up, and I'll let Ashley talk about some of those events coming up.
Okay, we have, like you said, we have the annual toy drive that's coming up, and we are going to be setting up a booth at Nichols Park on October the 14th, and it's worship in the park, and they're going to have some Christian bands coming out, and so we're going to set up a booth and try to raise some money for our annual toy drive.
Well, with these type of toys, what can, I guess, do they need to be wrapped, unwrapped, or do they need to be in a box or anything like that, or what kind of toys would they need to be?
We prefer them to be unwrapped because we have to make sure they're age appropriate when we give them out, and we'll take a list of people that's on the list and look at their ages and make sure that they're age appropriate.
Yeah. I know we'll be talking to y'all later on in the year about that when it gets closer to time, but kind of like a little brief one. Where will y'all be taking these, where will y'all be taking these toys to, and like what areas of the Creek Nation?
Well, it's open to any child that's in need, and we've always been very successful in our toy drive and always had an abundance. So one of the areas we're going to try to help out this year is down at the Eufaula Dormitory. We want to not only provide some toys and different things, maybe even gift cards to them so they can go shop themselves. But some of the things that we take basic necessities we take for granted sometimes, just like having, shampoo or conditioner or, bar soap or something like that, get some hygiene, toothbrushes, toothpaste, stuff like that together and give to them too, because, I'm sure that there's times that, somebody's needed a hairbrush and didn't have one and didn't have the means to get one. So, if we can, just those small things like that, if we can do that, we'll make a big difference.
Perfect. Exactly. Well, Tony, Ashley, a big mado to you both again for coming on here on very short notice. Was it yesterday? I was calling you. And but thank you again for just giving us an update on what the reintegration program is doing, what's going to be done, what it has done. It's just sounds like a great and amazing thing that y'all have been doing.
Well, Darren, we certainly appreciate it, and if there's ever anybody out there that needs any help, we try to, if we can't do it ourselves, we try to direct them into the right path to be able to get that help. So, it's just to me, myself, I look at it more like a life calling than anything. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so it's fulfilling for me.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to get in touch with y'all, could you mainly give them the address and possibly your phone number, please?
Sure. We are at 615 East Corporation Street in Henrietta, Oklahoma. Our main line is 918-652-2676, or you can call area code 918-652-2677 is our alternate line.
Perfect. Tony, thank you again, and Ashley very much for being on the show. And we, of course, we just hope to hear great things from y'all over and over and over. So, again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Darren.
All right, next on the show, we're going to have, I kind of told her to come in on the whim, too, is going to be our new reporter, and it's a pretty cool name that she has. Her name is Honey. How you doing, Honey?
I'm doing good, Darren. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. We're getting to the nitty-gritty of the show here, but I know some of the people that have, in Honey's short period of time, they have been, they probably got to meet her and everything, but I know a lot of them haven't. So I just wanted to give Honey a few minutes to tell us a little bit about herself and, what's been going on with her. So, Honey, like I said, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yes, I recently graduated from the University of Oklahoma, and I majored in journalism. Some of my hobbies are photography and poetry, and I also love designing websites.
Mm-hmm. And, I know me and you were talking about, we were doing little location looking and stuff like that. So you have a couple projects. I mean, these are not with Muscogee Media, but they're just with yourself. But you have a couple projects coming up that keeps you busy whenever you're away from work, right?
Yes, I love filming, and I'm currently working on a music video right now on the side.
Wow. Oh, man. I know, she's constantly just looking out and just looking at the scenery, and I know that probably just answered one of the questions, but what made you want to come up to join us at Muscogee Media with Muscogee Creek Nation?
I just really love learning and submersing myself in different cultures, and I just felt that Muscogee Media was the perfect fit for me. My goal is to one day become an international journalist, and I just feel that I'll be able to learn a lot here.
It's pretty right now, not international, but a nation within a nation.
Yes,
let's put it that way. With Honey, she kind of pretty much jumped in, dove in head first, as they would say. I know me and her were talking about how she was just used to, right now, Tulsa and Oklahoma City, all the big towns, but she got to see a couple of the small towns and get the directions to get there. Tell us a little bit about that, Honey.
It was quite an experience. I've grown up in the city, so seeing the countryside was beautiful. I've never seen anything like it so far in Oklahoma, and just being able to go out. I've been to Coweta, Wetumpka, all these small little towns, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
With Wetumpka, I was trying to give you the directions, but we had to pretty much tell our editor let me just go with her, because I was afraid my directions still might throw you off. So that was pretty good story that you had with the Wetumpka one. Could you tell the audience a little bit about that one?
Yes. It's the tribal burial ground story, and it's just explaining the process on how they do the tribal burial. It's going to be a good story. Haven't posted it yet, but it will be up very soon.
Please look forward to that. I know I am. I mean, this is the first time, and I mean, unfortunately, I've been through a lot of funerals, and a lot of them were, of course, family, friends, but there are a lot were Muscogee Creek. So I never got to see the preparation, getting the plot ready, and that was one of the things that Honey and I got to not take a part of, but got to witness, and it was just that was pretty much not emotional, but it was very surreal, just to see that, just to see them get something prepared for what's going to be happening later on. Honey, is there any stories like in your short period of time here that has stood out for you?
Yes, I recently wrote about Standing Rock, and I attended the protest in Tulsa. It was just very fascinating to learn and to research. It was probably one of my favorite stories I've written so far.
Now, did you feel a little overwhelmed? I know there's a lot of people there. And us being reporters, I was trying to get somebody to talk, and with them, with a lot, and I wouldn't say them, but with a lot of people there, they're going to be there protesting, but they're not willing to talk. So did you have a hard time with that or anything?
No, everyone was very friendly and was very open to talk, and that's what I've kind of noticed about Creek citizens. They're very, very friendly and helpful and informative.
Perfect. Hear that, people? She gave y'all a good compliment. So, is there anything else that's going to be? I know. Yesterday we took a couple pics of the Niyaka Bridge that they're I guess not tearing down, but they're going to be moving it. It's old, it's falling apart, but they're taking it apart, but they're going to be moving it somewhere here in Milwaukee. But we got to go take some pictures of that, and let's be honest, be out there in Niyaka Bridge. I mean, I know you had some people had to drive over that. Just walking over it scared us.
Yes, the bridge was kind of shaking when we were walking over it. Trying to take pictures was a little scary, but it was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too, just to be able to see that and just be able to, fall in the early seasons, just to see all the leaves change colors out there. Honey, are there any, any stories that are coming up that you're, besides the tribal burial one, are there anything else that you're wanting to look, that the reader should be looking forward to?
I'm currently working on a story for Mayan, so that's something everyone should look forward to.
All right, perfect. Well, I just want to give Honey a little, a little intro, a little introduction to everybody. So if y'all see her out getting a story, please just stop by and just tell her hello and tell her hopefully you heard from her on the brew. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be coming back with community announcements, so please stay tuned.
Who am I? Am I native? I don't want people assuming things because I'm Indian. I just want to be me. But how do I live in two worlds? Some guys just check out by doing meth. But that ain't for me, because I see my family, my friends, my drum making, my future. There are a lot of cool things about being who I am, and meth isn't one of them.
Learn more at ncai.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America and the National Congress of American Indians.
One Fire Casino in Mulcogee offers Ladies' Day every Monday with $5 match play, VIP days for seniors on Tuesdays, lunchtime match plays on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and several other great drawings and prizes throughout the weekend. Don't forget to take advantage of spinning the wheel on Sundays to win up to $5,000 cash. Be sure to check out the daily meal specials at Council Oak Cafe. There are exciting monthly giveaways with extravagant prizes. Come and play at One Fire Casino, where it really is okay to play with fire.
Welcome back to Mvskoke Radio. We're in our final segment, which is the community announcement. So we're going to go ahead and start it off with, I'm going to go first, and It's going to be the Eufaula Boarding School reunion will be held October 22nd at Mvskoke Community Center from 9:30 in the morning to 2. There will be door prizes, games, and a guest speaker. Please bring a covered dish. And for more information, call Rosalie Bateman or Shirley Almarigi at 918-758-1332.
If you're interested in learning the Muscogee language, Muscogee Creek Nation is holding classes for Head Start and daycare students starting September 6th, and adult classes start September 13th. For more information, call 918-732-7724.
Let's play bingo. Oh man, that sounds good right now. There'll be this October 8th at the Old Muscogee Indian Community Center. There'll be a food sale that starts at noon, and the bingo will start at 2. The proceeds are going to be benefiting Renee Riley's medical expenses. Please contact Carl West at 918-777-6210.
The Council Oak ceremony will be held this Saturday, October 15th at 2 at the Creek Nation Council Oak Park. For more information, you can call 918-732-7992.
And if you get a chance, you're going to be meeting Honey there because I told her that we're going to be going there so we can do that article. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Council Oak, the address is 1750 South Cheyenne.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yes, please come on out there and you'll get a chance to meet Honey there. The next announcement will be the College of Muscogee Nation first annual fundraiser golf tournament. Be October 7th at Fountainhead Creek Golf Course. For more information, contact Mackie Moore, 918-549-2805.
Okmulgee is holding a County Fall Job Fair on October 6th at Greene County Technology Center. For more information, you can contact 918-732-7780.
There's going to be a tailgate party by the Family Violence Prevention Program tomorrow from 3 to 6 at the Claude Cox Omniplex. Please, no registration required. For more information, contact Tanya Barden at 918-732-7979.
First-time homebuyer education classes will be held October 8th, 2016 at 8. Topics covered will be home ownership, is that the right thing for you, and budgeting. For more information, you can call Melba Hall at 918-549-2529.
We got 2 more on the list, and there'll be a book drive that's going to be benefiting the Murrow Indian Children's Home and Children and Family Services Program. Please donate new or used books at the Muscogee Nation Youth Services office located at 112 East 6th between September 20th and October 20th. And the books can be donated by driving by the council house. For more information, contact MNYS, so that's Muscogee Nation Youth Services at 918-549-2557. And of course, our last one, what I mentioned earlier, was the healthy research participants are needed for the research study that's on the, to identify the potential markers of risk for chronic pain in healthy non-Hispanic, white, and Native American individuals. They are looking for you. So participants must be able to attend 2 laboratory sessions, which they will be recording physiological and behavioral reactions. If for more information on this, if you think you can be a participant, please contact the University of Tulsa Research Laboratory at 918-631-2175 or 918-631-3565. All right, that was a lot of words, but that's it for the community announcements. I want to thank Jessina McBee with the Education and Career Expo that's going to be coming up. That'll be on November 4th at the Muscogee Dome, and that's going to be from 9 to 4. Also, I want to thank Tony Fish and Ashley Bruner. Tony Fish is manager, and Ashley Bruner is the youth specialist for the reintegration program. They have they're going to be having a tour drive that's going to be starting up here pretty soon. I think it's on October 15th. It's going to be at Nichols Park in Henrietta. For more information, please contact 918-652-2676. And also, I want to thank our new reporter, my new friend, Honey Carranzo, for taking the time out of her busy day and coming to talk to you and just tell her a little bit more about herself. So, Honey, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're going to be coming into this episode of Muscogee Radio. I want to thank you very much. Gary will be back here next week. So, again, Brooks, thank you very much for all your help with everything. And please stay tuned. We're going to have more great things going on here on Muscogee Radio. Please come back with us next Wednesday.
You've been listening to Mvskoke Radio. Join us again next week for more local, tribal, and community news and updates. But